Namaste, Satnam, welcome to this video. Today we're going to be doing moon salutations. Now, sun salutations, as yogis we all know, they are very, very popular, very frequently appearing videos, and they are for strength, they're for creating heat in the body. On the opposite side of that, we have moon salutations. So moon salutations are a lot stretchier, they can be a little bit slower if you want them to be. There's a lot of work for the hips, there's a lot of hip opening, so for women especially, there is quite a lovely emotional release. Releasing tension from the body and just cooling the body down. It really is a beautiful sequence to know and to have in your toolkit for days when you want a bit of a stretch out, you want to stretch loads of parts of the body, strengthen loads of parts of the body, but not create too much heat. So what I'll do first is I'm going to teach you the postures that appear in the moon salutation, and then we will put them together as a complete flow. So let's start by coming into mountain pose. Standing up nice and tall, ground your feet beneath you, connecting them to your mat, and bring your hands together at your heart center. Take a deep breath in here. And breathe out. And again, deep breath in. And out. And then we're going to take the arms up to the sky and we're going to come into floating palm. So let your left wrist grab hold of your right and stretch it over to the side. Opening up the side of the body. And then coming back up and switch to the other side. Right grabs left. Opening up those ribs. So already you can feel this lovely stretchiness. Stretching up tall and then bring your hands back to prayer. Then we're going to come into 5 pointed stars. So take your feet nice and wide, keeping those toes pointing towards the long side of your mat. And take the arms wide. Stretch yourself wide, claiming your space on this planet. Deep breath. And out. And we're going to take it into goddess pose. So just pointing the toes out on the diagonal, we're going to come into a very deep squat. And the arms mirror the legs. Beautiful goddess, and you can do what you like with your hands here. You can have a little fancy Gyan mudra, you can have your palms forward in, whatever feels good for you, but just keep those legs strong and those hips open. Strong through the legs as you straighten back up, stretching out through the arms and the legs. Turning your feet towards your right. Keeping the feet nice and strongly planted on the ground. We're going to take the arms wide again and you're going to reach as far to your right as you can. When you can't stretch anymore, you're going to tip into triangle or trikonasana pose and see if you can twist and look at that hand up in the sky. So really opening up the heart and the chest here. And lifting all the way up, keep those arms out at shoulder level and swivel your feet towards to the left and let's take trikonasana to the left. So reaching as far as you can first, before you take it into the tip. Again, looking up at that hand in the sky. And reaching all the way back up. And relax the hands down. Now we're going to take pyramid pose. So seeing as our feet are pointing to the left anyway, we'll go to the left first. So hands on hips. Turn yourself towards your left. Now keeping those legs nice and strong and straight. You're going to bend yourself forward into pyramid. Now it might be that you just keep yourself level, or maybe those hands come down. You'll probably notice after we've done it a couple of times that you'll feel a lot bendier, a lot stretchier, and you might actually be able to get those hands down on the floor. But they just hang wherever you want them to hang. Using the strength in your core, bring yourself back up. Let's swivel the legs around to the right and take pyramid on the right side. So again, hands on hips to turn yourself round. And then take yourself over. Keeping the legs straight here, so you get a nice stretch in the backs of the legs. Releasing tension from your hamstrings and the backs of the legs, really valuable. And seeing as we're here on the right, we're going to bring the hands down onto the mat, and we're going to come into a high lunge on the right hand side. So really stretching back through that heel of your left foot. Deep breaths. And then bring both your hands to the big toe side of your right foot. So as if you're going to go into lizard, but we're not. We're going to turn the whole of the body round and come into our side lunge. So stretching nicely through the inside here. And then we're going to take ourselves all the way over to the other side, going over to the left, like so, stretching here. Turn that toe up towards the ceiling on your right foot to really stretch that leg. And then we're going to take high lunge on the left. So swivel yourself around, pushing through the back heel of the right foot. And then just plant your hands, step your left leg back. We're just going to come into downward dog for a little stretch. Step your feet forward into forward fold. And then slowly roll yourself all the way up into mountain pose. And let's put the whole thing together to make the sequence. Now, unlike sun salutations that use the forward and back plane of the mat, the moon salutations, we go side to side. So we're going to start off over towards the left-hand side of the mat. My fern's a bit close. I'm going to move the mat rather than the fern, because the fern is shedding its leaves at the moment, and if I move it, it will just shower the floor. So, starting off in mountain pose, bring your hands together here. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out. Now breathe in, stretch your arms up to the ceiling, grabbing hold of your right wrist as you breathe in. Breathing out, bend over to the left. Breathing in up to the centre. Grabbing the left wrist and breathe out, bending over to the right. Breathing in, coming to the centre, pulling up. Breathing out, taking a big step into 5-point star. Take a breath here. Swivel your toes onto the diagonal, and as you breathe out, come into a strong goddess pose. Breathing in as you stretch, straighten those legs. As you breathe out, swivel your right foot towards your left, and we're coming into Trikonasana, bending over to the left. Maybe you can look up towards the sky. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to swivel your left foot round and come into pyramid pose over your left foot. Just hanging here. Deep breath in. Breathing out as you come down into a high lunge. Lifting the heart and chest, breathing in. Breathing out as you bring both hands onto your big toe side and you turn around and come into a side lunge facing me. Deep breath in. Breathing out as we stay low, keeping low in the hips and coming to a stretch on the right. Twist yourself round to come into a high lunge on the right hand side, breathing in. And breathing out, plant that back foot, coming into pyramid pose on the right. Deep breath in. Breathing out, you're going to come into triangle pose. So lifting that left arm up to the sky, stretching it out here. Breathing in, lifting all the way up. As you breathe out, swivel your toes to the diagonal, coming into goddess pose. Breathing in, straighten the arms and legs. Breathing out, you're going to step all the way over to your right, coming into floating palm, leaning over towards the left. Breathing in, up. Breathing out, taking it over to the right. Breathing in, up. And breathing out, hands to prayer. Alright, we're going to do the whole sequence again, but travelling to the other side of the mat. So, breathing in, stretch up high. Right wrist grabs left and breathe out, going over to the right. Breathing in up. Breathing out over to the left. Breathing in up. Breathing out, stepping into our 5-point star. Breathing in. Breathing out, toes on the diagonal, coming into goddess. Breathing in, stretch. Breathing out, swivel the toes to the right, coming into Trikonasana on the right side. Breathing in. Breathing out, twisting and coming into pyramid on the right. Breathing in. Breathing out, coming into a lunge. Take the hands onto the big toe side and turn yourself into a side lunge. Deep breath. And breathe out. Over we go to the other side. Breathing in. Breathing out, twisting around to face the left. Now lunging on the left side. Breathing in. Breathing out, plant that back foot, coming into pyramid on the left. Breathing in. And opening up the body, looking to that hand in the sky as we open in Trikonasana. And lifting all the way up, coming into goddess. And breathing in. Breathing out, stretch, and we're going to step all the way over to the left side, grabbing hold of the right palm, leaning over. And then up, other way. And then up, and hands to prayer. Okay. So those are the moon salutations. If you want a more in-depth class of the moon salutations, then on Kundalini Connections, go to www.kundaliniconnections.co. That's my on-demand library, and there is loads of classes on there, and there is a specific one that is moon salutations and goes into them in even more detail for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have an amazing day. I'll see you next time.